Winning an argument is never only about being right. It is about understanding how to communicate with precision. It is about strategy. It is about knowing how to shift the energy of a discussion in your favor. After countless defeats and moments of frustration, I uncovered powerful methods that can transform any confrontation. These methods are more than tactics. They are weapons of persuasion hidden in plain sight, and if you stay until the end, you will discover which ones truly dominate and which ones simply deceive. Method 1 is the judo technique. There is always one thing guaranteed during a debate: your opponent will attack you. Sometimes they attack your ideas. Sometimes they attack your character. And the natural instinct is to resist the pushback with equal force. But like a judoka on the mat, there is a different way. Instead of resisting, you redirect. You allow their energy to become your weapon. You concede a small point here and there. Then you strike back with one statement they cannot dismiss. This unexpected concession breaks their rhythm and drains their confidence. Most people think concession is weakness. It is not. It is confidence. It shows you are open-minded and not an inflexible ideologue. Still, this method does not give full control. That is why it belongs only in the lower tiers. Method 2 is the Socratic technique. Socrates exposed contradictions with simple questions. He never imposed his truth directly. Instead, he guided people to question themselves. Imagine someone claims that high grades guarantee success in life. Instead of arguing, you ask, "So, do you believe grades measure competence in all areas? Do you think other skills like creativity or resilience matter less?" Each question digs deeper. Each question reveals cracks, and soon they begin to doubt their own certainty. This is why the Socratic method is solid and dangerous. It rarely fails to unsettle an opponent. For this reason, I rank it higher. Method 3 is hypnotic language. Words can shape reality. The way you phrase them alters the emotional impact. Replace the word "you" with "I feel." Suddenly, aggression transforms into vulnerability. Instead of saying "you smell bad," say "I feel uncomfortable with this smell." The hostility disappears, the defense drops. They nod in agreement, almost against their will. Add rhetorical statements like "of course we all know this," and suddenly your opinion becomes a shared truth, even if no one ever believed it before. This hypnotic framing can destabilize the atmosphere of the conversation, but its power is not absolute. So it stands firmly in the middle tier. Method 4 is the contrast effect. This method works best in negotiations. You start with something extreme and unreasonable, then you follow with something far more modest. Compared to the exaggeration, your new suggestion feels balanced and fair. This is the illusion of contrast. It is not a method of truth. It is a method of perception. Still, it remains useful only in limited circumstances. That is why it sits low in the hierarchy. Method 5 is information bombing. Imagine drowning your opponent under a storm of details. You cite statistics, you mention studies, you recall expert testimonies, you overwhelm with numbers until they cannot respond to each claim. They hesitate, they falter, they realize they cannot dismantle the avalanche, and suddenly you appear to hold all the authority. Information bombing is exhausting, but extremely effective. It belongs among the highest-ranking methods. Now, before we continue, let me share something important. If you enjoy uncovering these hidden strategies of communication, if you feel these insights give you strength in debates, then do one simple thing. Subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell. It gives real power to the growth of this community. And if you like this video, leave a like. It may seem small, but it changes everything. Now let us return to the battlefield of words. Method 6 is the Gish Gallop. It looks like information bombing, but with a darker twist. Here the details can be half-truths. They can even be outright lies. The trick lies in Brandolini's law. The energy required to refute nonsense is far greater than the energy required to create it. So you flood your opponent with flimsy points, and they cannot possibly debunk them all. If you ever face this attack, do not try to counter every claim. Expose the tactic, then destroy their weakest argument with precision. The Gish Gallop is powerful but dangerous. If you are caught using falsehoods, you lose credibility instantly. That is why this method belongs only in the middle tier. Method 7 is the change of focus, also called the red herring. When defeat approaches, you throw a distraction. You drag the attention away from the real point. William Cobbett used this trick as early as the 19th century. It still works today. By shifting the focus, you disorient your opponent. You buy time, you steal momentum. The audience forgets the main issue and follows your diversion. This method can be devastating when executed with precision. It belongs in the highest tier of persuasion. Method 8 is the coherence principle. People crave consistency. If they admit one small truth, it becomes harder to deny the logical next step. If we agree that A is true, then we must also accept B step by step. You trap them in their own logic. Soon they cannot escape without contradicting themselves. This is elegant and subtle, but it struggles when the opponent refuses any initial concession. For that reason, it belongs only in the middle ranks. Method 9 is the rule of 3. Human minds are addicted to patterns. When something happens once, it is dismissed as an accident. When it happens twice, it feels like coincidence. But when it happens a third time, the brain accepts it as truth. This is why stories and speeches rely on 3 pillars, 3 reasons, 3 examples, 3 conclusions. Give 3 reasons for your action, and they will sound complete. Provide 3 arguments, and the audience perceives solidity. The number 3 carries ancient psychological weight. That is why this method deserves a place among the highest. Method 10 is lightning-fast jokes. Sometimes you do not need facts or logic. You need speed. You need a strike that silences. A one-liner at the perfect moment can collapse your opponent. The joke must be sharp. It must be brief, and it must cut into the vulnerability of the moment. When delivered correctly, the audience erupts. Your opponent freezes, and the discussion is yours. Still, jokes cannot sustain victory in a full debate. They are weapons of disruption, not conquest. That is why they remain in the lowest tier. Each of these methods has a unique flavor. Some deceive with charm, some overwhelm with force, some manipulate logic itself, but none of them are absolute. The truth is that every opponent reacts differently. Every situation demands adaptation, and the one who adapts is the one who survives. It is not enough to memorize tricks. You must learn to read the battlefield of communication. Only then will you know when to concede, when to question, when to flood with facts, when to shift attention, and when to strike with humor. In the end, winning an argument is not about domination alone. It is about perception. It is about guiding energy. It is about bending words and silence into tools of persuasion. And when you master these methods, you no longer argue to prove yourself right. You argue to shape the world around you. The revelation is simple but powerful. Victory does not belong to the one who holds the truth. It belongs to the one who holds control. And if you carry these lessons with you, every debate becomes a stage, every conversation becomes an opportunity, and every word becomes a weapon waiting to be unleashed.